What up, fight fans? We went through quite a doozy at UFC 229, from a great fight to a spare brawl that seemed like it came out of nowhere. But let's get into why that brawl was no surprise at all. As you can imagine, there was much more than meets the eye with this incident, and to give you a quick recap, let's go back to April of this year, which is when the DOLLY incident took place. Teams of Conor and Khabib had previously got into some sort of conflict that then caused McGregor and some of his friends to fly to New York, where another fight's media day was taking place, and attack a bus that they believed Khabib to be in. They threw various objects at the bus, including a dolly that shattered the bus's windows, which then injured other fighters on that bus. McGregor was arrested for this incident and faced various charges, including 2 felonies of criminal mischief. Yes, there was a lot of trash talking done by Conor McGregor. That is what he is known for. He also used other tactics to intimidate Khabib and get in his head, but they did not seem to be working. Things got a little bit into murky waters, however, when Conor offered Khabib his whiskey, but he then started to taunt him because Khabib refused. As a devout and practicing Muslim, Khabib does not drink alcohol. Throughout the press conference, Conor McGregor brought up the DOLLY incident multiple times, which led to a heated exchange, and Conor stating, "You'd be dead and I'd be in a cell had Khabib stepped off the bus or if the bus's doors had opened." In my opinion, this goes beyond trash talking. Let's not gloss over this. This was a threat on someone's life. This was an admission that the DOLLY incident was a threat to Khabib's life and safety. And this sentiment was stated by Conor at least twice at the press conference before the fight. Conor had also previously insulted Khabib's father, calling him a coward on social media, and then at this press conference before the fight, he brought it up again and added to it by saying that his father had fake respect. On the post-fight show, UFC commentator Joe Rogan stated that McGregor's training partner and cornerman, Dennis Dillon, was insulting Khabib from outside the octagon. At the time of filming this video, it is uncertain what he said, but clearly it was enough to stir Khabib and get him to exit the octagon and cause quite the incident. With these series of events, we have a highly contentious relationship between these two fighters and camps. This was unlike any other fight we have ever seen. It was extremely personal and incorporated the very real threat to someone's personal safety, i.e. the DOLLY incident. Not only was that a criminal offense, but Conor made it very clear that he would have taken Khabib's life had he the opportunity that day. At the post-fight conference, Khabib reiterated that his family and his religion were mocked and insulted by Conor and his team. Even though we expected all of this rancor to end in the octagon, it is not surprising that it spilled over into a brawl outside of the cage. There is simply too much baggage between the two men, and people have their limits. I was astounded by how calm Khabib handled the DOLLY incident, and then how calm he remained during all of the pre-fight media events. But perhaps what Dillon said to him from outside the octagon was the straw that broke the camel's back. This by no means condones his behavior. It is just extremely important to understand what exactly it is that transpired and the roles that all parties played in the incident. At the time of recording this video, the Nevada State Athletic Commission is withholding Khabib's check. They will be deliberating the penalties that he will face, and per UFC President Dana White, the promotion is waiting to hear their deliberation to then assess the level of severity that they will then enact on the fighter as well. In my opinion, the man did his job, so he should be paid. Withhold any bonuses, but give him his base pay and figure out some sort of other punishment. As for those other consequences, this is where things are going to get interesting. As of yet, Khabib has not been charged with anything. When we take the lens and look at Conor, however, he is a fighter that had criminal charges against him, who was arrested, and who then was able to take that incident and turn it into a fight promotion. That footage was used in promotional commercials for this event, and it could be argued that he used that incident, leveraged that incident to get him this title shot. Should there be consequences? Yes. This is unsportsmanlike behavior and mars the very young sport of MMA. My only concern and potential issue is the severity of those consequences, especially in comparison to what Conor McGregor has received. I've said it before and I'll say it again, this fight was a pivotal moment in MMA history. Unfortunately, now it comes with a negative lens. Khabib has potentially ruined his legacy and ruined his ability to fight in this country. As a foreign national, he does need a visa to enter the country and to work here. Those are already difficult to obtain, but given the current political climate and as somebody who is Muslim, he's most likely going to have a much more difficult time obtaining that visa in the future. I tweeted that this felt like a loss and I really wish I was celebrating instead, since, as I had previously mentioned, I was rooting for Khabib the entire time. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about the post-fight incident. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed, please do so, because I would love to see you back here next time.